Hello, I am Shante of Sugar Punch Marketing, and I am doing a story takeover today all about hashtag strategy. So it is important that when you are using hashtags in your post that you use hashtags that your audience is either following already, which you can check what your followers are following by going to their accounts and checking out the following tab, and it'll show you all the accounts they're following, and if they are following any hashtags, it'll show it right at the top, and you can kind of explore what hashtags they're following so you can get an idea of what kind of content maybe you should be putting out. And then you also want to make sure you're using the following tab, and it'll show you all the accounts they're following, and if they are following any hashtags, it'll show it right at the top, and you can kind of explore what hashtags they're following so you can get an idea of what kind of content maybe you should be putting out. And then you also want to make sure you're using hashtags that they are also using so that you have a larger chance to show up in front of them and on the explore page, because the algorithm is going to realize this is similar content and it's going to suggest it to them in an attempt to get them more involved and staying on Instagram longer with content that they enjoy. How many hashtags do you use in your post? So Instagram itself recommends that you use 5 to 10. However, I've done a ton of testing with myself and my clients. I have other social media managers that have done testing, and we've kind of collaborated and figured it out. The general consensus is if you have a smaller account, it's good to still use 25 to 30 hashtags per post. And we've also tested whether it's in your caption or in the first comment. So some people like to put it in the first comment because they run out of room in their caption, or just because it looks neater. Either way, it doesn't matter. The algorithm will accept them as long as your hashtags are in there within a few minutes of when your image is. So if you do put them in the comments, make sure it's like right away. You don't wait a few hours and then put the room in their caption, or just because it looks neater. Either way, it doesn't matter. The algorithm will accept them as long as your hashtags are in there within a few minutes of when your image is. So if you do put them in the comments, make sure it's like right away. You don't wait a few hours and then put the hashtags in. Either way, it's giving you 25 if you're using 25, or up to 30 chances to get in front of your ideal customer, where if you only use 5, it's only giving you 5 chances. So weigh out your options. Then you also need to know what size hashtags to use. So say we have 30 of them. You want a small section or a small segment of them to be in the low range. So I have this be sizes about 20,000 to 100,000 uses. You're probably not going to get too many views from this because they're not very popular hashtags, but you have a greater chance of showing up in the top 9, which is like the holy grail. That's the spot you want to achieve on all of the hashtags because you hang out there longer, more people see it. The algorithm typically takes the top 9 that are in that hashtag, pushes it out to people to try to get new audience engaged with your content. So you want to try to hit that top 9. If you don't hit it, it's totally okay. You'll still get some views. The more hashtags you rank in, the more views you're collecting, the more engagement you're ranking, the longer you're in that hashtag for, the longer means it's the longer that your post is alive and you don't have to create another post. So ideally, if you rank in the hashtags for every single post that you do, that is less content you have to create because your content lifespan is a lot longer and it's doing well, and so you don't have to keep creating new content and new posts. Helpful for you guys, and you learned a lot. If you would like to follow me, I'm sure they'll put a sticker here for you so you can come check me out and join me on over there.